Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all I'm wobbling. I hope you guys are all doing well. I thought I would film a little Q&A video today because I haven't done one of these for ages, and I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of almost like a little update, like check-in, life update kind of way of chatting to you guys. So I asked on Instagram and Twitter if you guys had any questions for me, so I'm just going to go through a few of those and try and get through as many as possible. You are propped up on a stack of books right now because I just couldn't be bothered with a tripod, and also I'm filming on my little G7X just because it's easier than setting up the big camera. And I feel like every time I film a video on the big camera, everyone hates it because I normally shoot in RAW and everyone thinks it's got like a weird filter on it and stuff, so I think I might just give up and just shoot on the G7X because it's so much easier. Anyway, I'm gonna get right into it. Okay, so first question is, what are the boys' favourite toys? I'd say Grayson's is probably Lego at the moment, and Rufus likes, I might get them and show them to you actually because I don't think anyone will know what I'm talking about. Rufus likes these little boxes. They're from a brand called, I think it's called Atypical or something. I bought them in a bookshop, and they're basically like little stacking boxes and they all fit into each other, kind of like Russian dolls, and they come with like a load of little plastic farm animals. And when I bought them and got them out the box, I was a bit like, what the hell, how are these £15? Why did I just spend £15 on a load of boxes? But they are literally the most played with thing in our house. Grayson likes these as well because he can kind of get all his little characters and make houses and boats, and they both absolutely love these, and I would say that they're a really good present as well. Any new plans or ideas for Mags London? I do actually, it's just finding the time to kind of get it all done. I really want to rename and rebrand. I've currently got a Pinterest board, also currently obsessed with Pinterest again. I will leave my Pinterest down below for those of you who also share my obsession. But I really want to rebrand and rename, so I'm kind of looking at like logo designs and fonts and colours and all that type of stuff at the moment, but it is something very much like on the back burner whilst I do like my actual job and parenting and like life around it. So it's kind of just hovering in the background at the moment, but it is something that I really want to do this year. My friend Lara asked, if you were a biscuit, what would you be? That's so random. What would I be? Okay, I think I would be one of those Fox's biscuits, and it's like chunky chocolate chip cookie with a layer of like milk chocolate on the top as well. I love those so much. Don't really have a reason why or an analogy why I would be that. They're just my favourite biscuits. Will all your new furniture fit in your new house, or will you have to Marie Kondo the shit out of everything before you move? For anyone who might be new here or has just stumbled across this video, we are about to move house in a couple of months. It's quite a lot smaller than the place we live in now. I think the answer to that is that I have already Marie Kondoed the shit out of my possessions. I have like a couple of little nooks and crannies left in the house to do. I think we're going to attempt to fit all our furniture in because there isn't really any piece of furniture that I want to get rid of, because I love all our furniture so much. And I actually think that it's going to be a squeeze, but it will be like a challenge. It's like a jigsaw. It's fine. If YouTube and social media were to end tomorrow, what job would you do? That's a hard question. I do worry about that. The job that I would like to do, I think, would be something involving like interior stuff. So, I mean, I'm not qualified to be an interior designer. I would love to like qualify to do that because I love all that stuff. But something like, I don't know, like a set designer or a house dresser, something like that, I really think that I'd be good at and I'd really enjoy. I have no idea what type of like qualifications and stuff you need to get for anything like that though, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in. A few different people have asked me, are you planning on having any other children? Right now, no. I think we are really happy as a family of 4. We've got a great dynamic. We've got a really good life balance at the moment. The boys get on really well. They're completely different personalities, but it just seems to work really well and we're all really happy. So I think we are just gonna stay as a family of 4. I think we might get a little dog later on in the year when we move house. But yeah, we're really happy as a family of 4, so at the moment no plans for any more children. When Grayson turned 2, that was when I started to feel broody for another baby, so I'm kind of expecting myself when Rufus turns 2 later on this year to start feeling a little bit broody, but realistically I think 2 is enough for me. I can manage with 2. I think with any more than that I might feel overwhelmed, and I also really enjoy my job and I want to be able to dedicate a bit more time to that, which I wouldn't be able to do with a 3rd child. So yeah, that's a very long-winded answer. Which lipstick and perfumes are your favourite for spring? I always wear the same perfume in spring. Have done for about 5 years now. I found it in one of those little French pharmacies in London about 5 years ago when I was in there with my friend Amy. It's the Roger and Gallet, I never know how you pronounce it because it's French, Fleur de Figure or something. They also have another really nice one called Rose, and they're just like really like sweet, floral, like fruity scents, very fresh. And then for lipstick, I'm not actually using any lipstick at the moment. I'm using, I have it right here actually, I'm using this Hydra Beauty lip balm by Chanel. It is basically just like a clear lip balm, but it gives you like a little bit of a sheen. So I really, really like that. If not, I would always go for a nude around this kind of time of year, and my favourite for that is Pure Zen by MAC. How is Rue's sleeping routine? Did you nurse him to sleep or give him a bottle? My little one is waking up a lot at night to nurse. He's the same age as Rue. How and when did you stop nursing at night? Okay, so with Rufus, he was completely breastfed only until 6 months, I think, and then I wanted to put him in his own bedroom at 6 months old. He was co-sleeping with us and I was breastfeeding him to sleep every night and then kind of like slinking away and doing the same at nap time in the day. I wanted to move him into his own room at that point, and we decided to introduce a bottle and some formula. He still actually does breastfeed and has a bottle. We do like a combination of both. I normally give him a bottle if I know that I want to put him down to sleep for the night, because I just find he sleeps better after he's had a bottle of formula. Occasionally as well, I'll give him his bottle and he'll also then have a little top up from my boob, but I think it's just because he likes the comfort. I don't think it's because he actually needs the milk. That's generally how I like kind of soothe him to sleep. And the way that we do it as well, we go into his bedroom, we sit in the same chair every time, we turn all the lights off, we sit there and we actually feed it to him, even though he's old enough to do it himself. I think he just finds quite a lot of comfort in us sitting and having that cuddle while he's getting sleepy. And in terms of like getting him to sleep through the night, I think I cut out his night feed around 6 or 7 months. It was when we started giving him the formula basically that he wasn't waking anymore in the night to be fed. So I think they're quite closely like related. What's your go-to remedy when anxiety kicks in? I do go through bouts where I have bad anxiety. I don't at the moment. I feel like I always feel more when I don't feel anxious. I think probably my best bit of advice personally for me, what works with dealing with anxiety, is to do all the things that make me feel anxious, because then I don't feel like it's controlling me or trapping me. So like sometimes I'll get anxiety that's really bad that means that I don't want to go to the corner shop, but I always have to just make myself do it, and then I always feel better afterwards. I feel like I can breathe again. Also things like going to the gym I find helps massively with anxiety. You've got all the endorphins and stuff, which are like, I think they naturally put you in a better mood. So I love doing that. Also reading is a really great one for anxiety for me. It's like my little toolkit. Reading is a really great one, again, because it keeps you away from screens. I find screens are not good when I feel anxious. But yeah, reading kind of takes you into like another person's brain and like another land. Like it's good for escapism, especially if you've got like a really good novel or something. So I really enjoy reading when I feel anxious, and I feel like it's a very important part of my toolkit. But yeah, that's it really. That's all the advice I've got. I hope that helps. What's your everyday outfit that you can just throw on and feel really confident in? I wouldn't say I have like, ooh, wouldn't say I have an everyday outfit that I throw on and feel massively confident in. I tend to just live in jeans and t-shirts, or jeans and jumpers. I've been wearing skinny jeans for as long as I can remember, and I am sick of them because that's what I reach for every single day. I just find it really practical. Looking after the kids, it's comfortable. I am kind of thinking about changing my jean style, which is quite scary because I haven't done that in as long as I can remember. I've been wearing skinny jeans since I was about 19 or something ridiculous. And I saw Anna from the Anna Edit was wearing some really nice straight leg jeans the other day, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I should dabble in that. But I don't feel like I'm like cool enough. I don't know what I'd put with it. I think I'd just look a bit weird. Was it hard to find a house to buy that you and Steph both love? Yes, it was hard. We saw a fair amount of houses before we decided on the one that we have bought. And it's funny because the one that we bought, I booked the viewing for the one that we bought because I liked it, but I kind of thought in the back of my head, Steph's gonna hate it. It's totally not what we were looking for, not anything that we kind of discussed. It's completely different than what I thought we would end up with. It just happened on the day of the viewing. We both just really walked off thinking, yeah, we like this one, and I wasn't expecting it at all. I almost cancelled the viewing because I just thought that he wasn't gonna like it. So I was like, oh, what's the point really in wasting our time going to see it if we're not gonna like really, nothing's going to come of it. So yes, it was hard and it was the one that we didn't expect. Are you and Steph planning on filming the whole moving and decorating process for the new house? Yes, I think so. I think I'll probably do a lot more like raw stuff over on my channel, but I love watching people's renovation and decorating vlogs right now. I'm obsessed with them. I really like watching Kate Moraine. She's done a few really nice like renovation, home hauls, that kind of thing, and I really like watching Lily Pebbles as well. I love Lily Pebbles' house. It's like the dream house. How do you keep inspired to create content? I'd say on my channel, I don't. I just film content when I'm feeling good and I'm feeling like I want to. That's why my channel's really sporadic, and like I cannot film anything for a few weeks and then all of a sudden I'll film loads of videos and then I won't film anything again for a few weeks. I should really like batch film and then schedule stuff, but I'm not that organised. A question that I have for you guys actually would be, would you prefer if I did that? Because then you'd get like, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Friday content. You would know that you were getting a video. Or should I just continue being a sporadic bitch? Do you and Steph ever have to deal with jealousy between the boys, and how do you deal with it? Yes, generally yes, they do get very jealous of each other, but it's always me that they fight over. So Rufus is like naturally like a very affectionate baby. And so he'll always be like cuddling, or he'll want to sit on my lap. But if Grayson ever wants to cuddle me or sit next to me or do anything, Rufus gets really like annoyed and basically cries and pushes Grayson away from me. I kind of just have got to the point where he's a little bit older now, so I can sort of try and explain it to him that I'm like, I'm Grayson's mummy too, I'm just having a cuddle with him and then I'm gonna have a cuddle with you. But it doesn't really work. He just cries until he's the one that manages to cuddle me. Go-to activities that you did with the boys when they were around 6 months or so, or favourite toys for that age. Activities for that age. Quite difficult when they're that age. I found a group that I really liked going to. It was like a sensory group, and it was only once a week, and I think I only did like a course of 6 weeks or something, but Rufus and Grayson both absolutely loved it. I think that was my favourite activity for both of them at that age. What toys they liked, I believe it was all that kind of LeMays type toys, just the like really brightly coloured ones with crinkly bits and like plastic rings and that type of thing. As a working from home parent, would you recommend it? I absolutely love working from home. I love the freedom that it gives me. I'm very lucky that I can go to like school meetings and plays and pickups and stuff. Like I don't ever really miss any of that kind of thing. Also, if Grayson has sick days from school, I can kind of make sure that I can sort of rejig things so that I can look after him at home. And yeah, it's got a lot of perks, but at the same time I would say it can be quite hard to split like parenting and working if you're trying to do it all at the same time. I find myself trying to cram in everything in nap times, and if it's a particularly busy week or month, then I will just do a little bit of work in the evenings when the kids go to bed. Not a lot, just enough so that I know I'm not going to be stressed the next day. But I do manage to fit in quite a lot in the nap times. I'm quite good at like time management at nap time. I do really enjoy it, and I feel extremely lucky that I have a job, which means I get to spend so much time with my children, and yeah, I really appreciate it. What music and TV shows have you been loving recently? Music, I'm really boring. I just tend to listen to the same stuff over and over again until I find another album that I like, and then I listen to that over and over again. So I haven't really listened to anything new for a while. TV shows you've been loving recently. Steph and I recently watched something called Russian Doll, and it was amazing, and I didn't want it to end. And it just plays with like the whole concept of time, and I just really loved it. I'm really hoping they don't do a second season though, because I always find with the second season it's never as good as the first season. But a lot of series is kind of overkill it, and they should just finish when it was good. Another thing I watched not so recently was Atypical, and that's on Netflix, and it's about a teenage boy with autism and his family, and it was just really, really great. Really kind of like heartwarming, but also sad, but also hilarious. And he's just like, his character's amazing, such an endearing character. If you and Steph had a girl next, what would you name her? I have previously said, obviously, we're kind of done with our kids now. 2 is enough, but I do have a list of girls' names. I did a girls' names video, actually, with some names on, but I found a name that I really, really liked since then. Where are my girls' names? I still keep them just in case I get a girl pet. Like, I will use the names that I didn't use for children on pets. It was from a Matt Haig book that I bought for Grayson called The Truth Pixie, and there's a character in it called Ada, and I just really liked that. I thought it was really pretty. It reminded me of Veda from, I think that's her name, from My Girl, but just like a little bit less fierce. And I also really like the name Stella. I don't know how on board Steph would be with Stella Michalak, but I think it's really cool. I'm like, I wish my name was Stella. Do you speak to the kids about your mum at all? So again, if you're new here, I will just quickly like update you. My mum very sadly passed away when I was 21, so my children have never had the chance to meet her, obviously. But yes, I do speak to Grayson about my mum, because he sees like photographs of her around the house, and he asks me, obviously, because he's met and has a really great relationship and bond with Steph's mum, that he will ask me like, Mummy, where's your mum? And I think now that he's 5, he does understand. I've tried to explain that she got sick and stuff, and I do talk about her, and I kind of talk about her in the present tense as well sometimes, which I think is really weird. I'm like, oh, my mum likes that, or whatever. Sometimes, even though it's been like 9 years, I just forget that she's not actually there. I know that sounds really weird, but I think at some point I would like to do a video about grief and grieving and that type of thing, but I'm very aware that I am not qualified to talk about that type of thing. It's a very personal thing to talk about and share online as well, so it's quite a vulnerable thing to speak about. And also I think I don't know, like, I think it would dig up a lot of emotions for me, which is why I've never done it, but I've always wanted to do it, because I always get messages from people telling me their situations and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I really want to help, but I don't know if that would help. But yeah, I do talk to Grayson about her and what she was like and the relationship we had and stuff. But obviously Rufus doesn't really understand yet. But when he is older and old enough to understand it, yes, I will talk to him about her. How do you manage your time and still work hard? Do you get any me time? My me time is usually in the evening. I'm quite strict with the kids at bedtime. It's like 7 o'clock and I'm like, it's my evening now. And that's usually the time that I will kind of finish off any bits of work that I haven't got done, and then, I don't know, I'll do my nails or have a bath or read or watch a TV show with Steph. I know I could work in the evening, but I just find that if I do work in the evening and if I end up working late in the evening, I don't sleep very well and I can't switch off, and it just makes me stressed and tired. So it's just not a good way for me to to do things. So I would say that my me time is also at the gym, because I just love going to the gym. I love how it makes me feel. I don't know, I just get this like immense sense of like happiness afterwards, and I just feel like elated, and I just feel like it's so good for me, and it gives me that hour of time away where I'm just focusing on myself, I'm just focusing on my own body. I don't do anything for anyone else, and it's purely like a selfish thing, and I love it. What place are you dying to visit next? I have a massive list of places that I really want to visit. These are not in any particular order, but I really want to go to Berlin. I want to go to Norway. I want to go to, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Tulum, I think. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to the Amalfi Coast. I want to go to Sardinia. There's lots of little pockets of like Italy that I really want to visit. I'd love to go back to Barcelona actually, because that was amazing, and I'd also really love to go back to Amsterdam. But yeah, there's a load of countries that I'd still really love to go to. Is your fitness routine or any classes that you do? I don't think I have like a fitness routine as such. I like to commit to doing a gym class on a Monday morning, just because I feel like I just really love the routine of, right, it's Monday, let's get back on it. It just really kind of sets me up for the rest of the week, and it makes me feel really good instantly on a Monday morning, and then anything else that gets thrown my way, I'm already in like a really positive mind frame. So the class that I do is like a high intensity workout class, and it's 45 minutes, and it is taught by a trainer, and the class is different every single time you go, so you never know what you're going to walk into, but each exercise is only for a certain amount of time until you switch to the next one. And then you might go around twice, you might go around 3 times, but I like the fact that I never know what I'm going into, so I can never dread it, and I just feel really good afterwards. So I do that 100%. I always do that once a week, depending on time and stuff and what's going on with the kids and things like that. I usually like to do it 2 or 3 times a week. We were doing a lot of running when Steph's mum was here, because I could put the kids to bed and we could be like, okay, we're just gonna go for a quick run, and we'd go for like a run for half an hour, an hour. Not really doing that so much anymore, because Steph's mum isn't here anymore, sadly. But something I would definitely like to pick up again next time she visits. But I think I might start doing a couple of daytime runs on the days where Grayson is at school and Rufy is at nursery. Yeah, it's just something that I really enjoy doing. So that's currently what I'm doing for exercise at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I feel like I've been filming for ages and I'm slightly worried about editing this. Also, I think I've answered so many questions that this video is going to be really, really long. So sorry if it's long and boring and I rambled loads, and I'm not very good at like answering questions concisely. I've just realised that. Do leave me a comment below letting me know what you think about potentially me kind of scheduling videos up for certain days, so you know what days they're going up, if that's something you would like. Also, let me know if you have anything that you would like to see on this channel, because I kind of just film what I want when I want, but it'd be interesting for me to know what kind of content that you guys like seeing from me the most, or if there's anything that I haven't done yet that you would like to see from me, because that would just be interesting for me to know. Good to get some ideas from you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me ramble for so long, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!